What goes on? Thank you for letting us be ourselves. So don't mind me if I repeat myself. These simple lines be good for your health. Keep them crime rhymes on the shelf. Live love life like you just don't care. 5,000 leaders never scared. Raise the noise is the moment they feared. Get up, still a beautiful idea. Get up, throw your hands in the air. Get up, you sure know.
Look to America and get ready for season 2 of The Traitors. It's Friday, we're live, and it's time for The Last Leg. Tonight on the show, we kick off a second Trump presidency, find out whether TikTok is in the sin bin, and give some disability fashion a try. Plus, we'll be joined by comedian Kevin Bridges and social media star GK Barry on the show that always tackles the news head on. G'day, hello. Oh, hello. G'day, I'm Adam Hills. Welcome to The Last Leg, the show that's 100% faithful to satire. With me, as always, with the pride of Dartmoor, Josh Whittaker, and the man who's still not sure how to spell YMCA, Alex Brooker. Now, welcome back. There's a lot for us to cover this week, but during the break, we all saw some devastating scenes on our televisions, and by that I mean Josh was on Strictly. I, for one, spent Christmas Eve watching you dance on television on Strictly, mainly because my family got the times wrong. We thought we were watching Wallace and Gromit. It was halfway through your dance until we worked out we weren't watching Wallace and Gromit, although it did look like you were wearing the wrong pants. Here's the moment Josh was revealed.
Olympian and gladiator Harry Akins-Ariti and his partner Nancy Shue. And finally, comedian Josh Whittaker and his partner Karen Howard.
What? I mean, Colin Farrell has got nothing to worry about.
What I love most about it is, like, we all watched it in my house on Christmas Day, and I went out the room and just heard this big, oh, bless them. And I genuinely thought one of my kids had done something, but it was Josh as a penguin.
Yeah, I thought it was fancy dress. Everyone else turned up looking spectacular. Yeah. It was basically like when you get Red Nose Day wrong. It was quite a confusing experience, the whole thing, because genuinely, I did we met up to learn the first group dance, and I thought, on the first day, I was like, I'm the worst one here.
Yeah.
And this was a thought process, and it was a really bad moment in my life where I thought, I just presumed there'd be, like, a shit middle-aged bloke, like Adrian Chiles. And then I thought, oh, fuck. I am the shit middle-aged bloke. Je suis Jeremy Vine.
And then to make it worse, you found out that somebody had already taken the mankini as a costume.
Here is the end of Josh's dance.
How I hate going out in the storm, but it finally holds me tight. All the way home I won. And I gave a still goodbye. As long as you love me so, let's go.
Well done, Josh. So, tell you what, it's lovely, because every now and again I see something and I think, I haven't really missed out having 2 feet. Genuinely, I genuinely thought you were absolutely brilliant. I'll be honest with you, there's a lot of talk in our house that you were robbed. We felt you should have won.
Well, there we go. There we go. I can't possibly comment, but, you know, I was.
Now, we are live tonight, of course, which means you can send us any questions you want to ask us about the news. Message us on Twitter and Instagram, and the hashtag #IsItOK, or via WhatsApp. The number's 07956 175 908, or you can scan the QR code on the screen. Here's one for you. Is it okay that an artist from Stoke-on-Trent became famous over the break for being shit? This is Jamie Lee Matthias. That is one of his paintings, and no, he doesn't have a disability.
Do you know his big mistake with it is he's facing the wrong way with the easel, isn't he? It's much more difficult if you're facing away from it.
Now, one of the reasons we know about Jamie is that we got this tweet saying, is it okay that my mate's going viral with his utterly shit art? And every other bloody news outlet and TV show have been in touch with him, and he's had to say no because he's holding out to meet Adam Hills. And you know what? I think it's a compliment that a guy who's shit at something wants to meet me. So, please welcome Jamie Lee Matthias. Welcome, sir. Firstly, have I pronounced your name correctly?
It's Matthias.
Matthias, OK. So how did all this start?
So my wife, Kate, has been giving me a bit of grief for my ability to paint for a number of years.
Yeah.
So I decided to paint a portrait of us on our wedding day and gift it to her as a gift. It went down terribly, because...
Wow.
You know when the kids do a picture and you think that's not even good enough for the fridge?
So, can I ask you a question about your wedding day? Did you wear matching shoes?
I did on the day, yeah.
I just can't help but feel how much better the film Titanic had been if that was the sort of drawing we'd done.
And so then how did all this take off?
So she refused to put it up in the living room.
Yeah, I mean, you know what?
Yeah.
Rightly so.
So I painted some more and said that let's see if anybody else would be interested, and we put it on the socials about 3 weeks ago, and it's gone absolutely crazy. Yeah.
So what's that one? That looks like John
Kate.
Ronson.
And a friend who looks like Curly Watts.
And you know what, every now and again, I see something which makes me think I haven't really missed out having great dexterity.
But you're now getting commissions, right?
Yeah, so we're at 105 as of today. Yeah.
I love it.
105.
And how much are you selling them for?
They start at £25 and then go up depending on number of people and yeah,
The number of people in it.
Oh, gosh! I tell you what,
that is amazing.
the Last Supper, you'd have made a fortune.
Do you know the richest artist on the world? The guy that did Where's Wally? Because those Where's Wally ones cost a fucking bomb.
Nice, and it's all wrong putting it in the book.
So sorry. 25 quid for the Mona Lisa. It's only one woman. I'll do you a landscape for free.
Great
Oh my
pricing.
God!
All right, so we're gonna set you a challenge tonight to paint a portrait of Josh and Alex and I by the end.
Oh, that's what, £25 times 3, 75 quid.
yeah. Easy money.
All right,
Who
we've
do you
set up-
think's going to be the most difficult to draw out of the three of us?
I think you'll all be terrible, to be fair.
I mean, looking at those, I'm worried you're actually going to give me big hands.
We've set up an easel and a little studio for you on the
Perfect.
other side of our studio. So if you want to make your way over and start painting,
Thank
a round
you.
of applause for
Thank you.
Jamie.
Oh my God!
All right.
It's a shame for the best moment of the series to be 3 minutes into the first episode.
All right, let's get on to the big story now. And look, no surprises for guessing what you want us to talk about this week. Yes, it's the tangerine tyrant, the mandarin Mussolini, the apricot autocrat. It's Donald Trump. This week saw his second inauguration, and as is always the case, it was bizarre. So we're going to start with Melania's hat.
So I thought it was a deliberate thing that they put on her so she couldn't see, so she couldn't get startled. You know, like when you put blinkers on a horse? So I think Donald's probably so worried about her bolting.
She's sponsored by Oreos. That's a fully edible hat.
It kind of reminded me of someone, and I couldn't put my finger on it, and then it hit me. And maybe just like Jim Carrey, she was thinking, somebody stop him. It did provide a comical TV moment when Trump tried to kiss her.
It makes me worried that my wife has been wearing a sombrero ever since we came home from Mexico.
Yeah, I'm imagining every intern in the White House is buying a hat exactly like that right now. By the way, fun fact, it's actually Donald and Melania's 20th wedding anniversary this week.
Oh.
And you know what you get, genuinely what you get someone for their 20th wedding anniversary? China. The rise of Donald Trump's son Barron continued, literally, as he received one of the biggest cheers of the event, as seen in this slightly awkward clip.
I have a very tall son named Barron. Has anyone ever heard of him?
Why is he cupping his ear like he scored in front of the away end? I genuinely think he's so high up he actually can't hear people.
I don't want to be harsh on him, but he does have an air of pure evil about him, doesn't he? Did you know the reason they did it inside is he can't be exposed to direct sunlight?
He's giving real Joffrey from Game of Thrones vibe. I don't know, he looks... Can we get that picture again? He looks like the kind of guy who's definitely aimed a crossbow at a prostitute. By the way, if you're upset about us making Barron jokes, when you're 18, you're fair game, as his dad used to say. Now, not everyone was thrilled with the ceremony, as this photo of Vice President J.D. Vance's kid shows.
It's like me in our meetings.
Ali said, is it OK to switch to blue sky after Elon Musk made a, quote, Roman salute? Now, that is because of this.
Thank you. My heart goes out to you.
Now, some people claim that was a Roman salute, or maybe that Musk was unaware of what he was doing. But when you consider that this is a guy who said the far-right AfD are Germany's only hope, who's obsessed with genetics, and whose own grandfather is said to have moved to South Africa because he agreed with the ideals of apartheid, you've got to say, if it honks like a goose and steps like a goose, it's probably goose-stepping. Lads?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of the debate is whether or not it was deliberate or not. And I'll be honest with you, I mean, I don't know if it's a stonewaller, but I've certainly seen him given. Do you know what I mean? I think his arm's in an unnatural position. I mean, once you put it out like that, I just think you're asking for trouble.
Yeah. Musk was one of the big four tech bros who sat together, the other being Facebook's Mark Zuckerberg, Amazon's Jeffrey Bezos, and the CEO of Google, Sundar Pichai.
See, when I see that picture, all I think is it would cost £150 to commission a painting of it.
Can I just say, I'm not going to sit here and take the piss out of the heads of Facebook, Amazon and Google, because, quite frankly, they've all got far more on me than what.
And look, to give you an idea of how the basis of political power has shifted, Rupert Murdoch was also there, but he was at the table with Tom from MySpace. And for those wondering what life is like now that we've finally voted out the elite, 16 of Trump's appointees are members of the top 1/10,000th% of the world's richest people. But hey, no one's going to notice because he did a funny dance with a sword, as seen in this excruciating clip.
First of all, how's that soldier behind him kept a straight face? Also, do you not think maybe that's the way through the next 4 years? If we can just find him enough toys to play with to keep him distracted.
Mad to think that I lost to him in Strictly.
Trump later danced on stage with the village people, although the only original member is the police officer, presumably because Trump has deported all the other ones.
They were so awkward, I didn't even think it was the village people. I just assumed it was people who actually had them jobs.
YMCA feels like such a weird song for Donald Trump to use as well, doesn't it? But apparently he likes it because it's so random. Because it seems like the kind of song he wouldn't use. Also, when you think about it, YMCA is the perfect song because the first line addresses his core demographic, young men. Do you not know the song? Trump started his presidency by signing a bunch of executive orders and was excited by this one in a very animated clip.
What is this one?
Withdrawing from the World Health Organization, sir.
Ooh, that's a big one.
It's like, you know, like kids when they get Christmas presents. It's like, well, is this my main executive order, or have I got others to come?
What a joint Christmas and birthday executive order.
It was a real countdown of Donald Trump's greatest hits, so let's do it that way. Coming in at hot at number 5 was leaving the Paris Climate Agreement. At number 4, he created a policy recognising only 2 genders. Straight in at number 3, he got rid of diversity, equity and inclusion departments in all government agencies. Up with a bullet at number 2, he officially withdrew the United States from the World Health Organization. And topping the charts at number 1, he issued pardons for over 1,500 people convicted of the January 6 raid on the Capitol that injured over 140 police officers and another who died the next day from his injuries. Jesus. It was a big first day. What were your favourites?
It was a big first day. Well, obviously, there was a lot of pardoning going on.
Yep.
I thought it was astonishing that he pardoned Greg Wallace. I don't even think that falls under his jurisdiction, does it?
One detail to come out is that Trump has decreed that gender is determined at conception. But here's what's interesting about that. Are you right? You okay? Do you want a moment?
That's really tickled.
I'm glad it tickled someone, because it didn't really fly in the room. You have fucking carried that on your shoulders, to be fair.
Look, let's go back a little bit, OK? The decree was this, that gender is determined at conception. It stops trans people. This is his whole thing. Gender is determined at conception. But here's the interesting thing. Scientists have pointed out that at conception, everyone is female. Male genitals don't appear until a few weeks later. So this new decree means that everyone in America is now female. So may I be the first to say, congratulations, Madam President. One of Donald Trump's other big announcements was that the Gulf of Mexico will now be called the Gulf of America. So the people who claim you can't change your gender are now saying that the Gulf of Mexico identifies as the Gulf of America. Hopefully Mexico's response will be, hey, my body of water, my choice. Look, the next 4 years are going to get weird. And it might be longer, because today a Republican congressman proposed a constitutional amendment that would allow Donald Trump to serve a 3rd term in office. Now, this seems crazy, but I will lay money this is going to happen. He's definitely going to try and run for a 3rd term. And I wonder if they may be introducing it today so that it can be passed before the midterms, where he might lose control of the House or Senate.
And also,
how much are you laying?
Sorry?
How much are you willing to lay?
Oh, like at least 3 of his portraits. Or maybe 4 portraits. Meanwhile, Donald Trump got in a spat with the Bishop of Washington this week, who asked him to show mercy to people in America who are genuinely scared right now. Trump criticised what was said from the pulpit, which is not surprising, because if there's one thing his incel base can relate to, it's bashing the bishop. Trump described the bishop as, quote, a radical left hardline Trump hater, all because she asked him to show mercy, which was pretty much Jesus's vibe. Like, we are 2 weeks away from Trump describing the Son of God as a sandal-wearing snowflake. One of the problems with the Trump presidency, and look, we saw this last time, the horrible race-baiting, hateful things he says in the White House have a tendency to trickle down. Already this week in Kentucky, the Ku Klux Klan have been handing out leaflets telling immigrants to go home. Once again, I think it's going to be up to all of us to resist the bullying, bigotry and bullshit that's going to come from the White House over the next 4 years. And maybe, just maybe, we can take a leaf from this Danish politician who this week responded to Trump's threat that America was going to take over Greenland in this impassioned clip.
Listen very carefully. Greenland has been part of the Danish kingdom for 800 years. It's an integrated part of our country. It is not for sale. Let me put it in words you might understand. Mr. Trump, fuck off.
Do you know what? I think we need that on one of our buttons. Because we've got Brian Cox, who's on next week, saying...
Fuck off.
But I think we need a Mr. Trump fuck off from that guy. Right. Now, while all this was going on, in a controversial move, Joe Biden preemptively pardoned his family members from any charges that might be brought against them in the future, which led Trump to then suggest that Biden should have pardoned himself. Meanwhile, Biden left the White House the way he entered it, confused, as seen in this cringeworthy clip. There he is leaving. Do I go for a fist bump? No. I'm just going to stroke him on the hand.
Makes me feel better about some of the fist bumps I've had.
But it made us think that perhaps Josh could run us through some of Joe Biden's most memorable moments.
Yes, because obviously I do only in the last 7 days clips, so we'll do only in the last 4 years.
Yep.
But we've restyled it for Joe Biden.
Yep.
And they've made me record a jingle.
OK.
Let's have a listen.
Bye, 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 Biden.
Ooh. Yeah.
Yeah. Just when I thought NSYNC couldn't get any better.
Because of the amount of time we spent laughing at the cost of the paintings, we've only got time for one Biden.
Oh, OK, yeah.
We hadn't factored in how long that would take. Would you like to see humiliating footage of the time Biden forgot the name of someone he was singing happy birthday to and failed to cover it?
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you.
Oh, we're going to miss him.
We'll miss him.
All right, let's welcome tonight's guest. She survived 2 weeks in the jungle. He survived a childhood in Clydebank. Please welcome social media star GK Barry and comedian Kevin Bridges. Have a seat. I mean, what a week. What a week. What do you both make of Donald Trump's week? Grace?
It's a lot. I feel like the YMCA was a lot for me.
Was that too much for you? That took you over?
I feel like it's for the gays and the gays only. And he really took that upon himself. And the hat with Melania, it's kind of like she was grieving someone. I don't really know what's going on in her mind.
Yeah.
I think a lot. Yeah, there was a lot going on for me.
Kevin?
Is that a Nazi salute? Can we just see her?
Oh, the Elon Musk?
Straight to it, yeah.
You'd need to get the compass just to see the angle.
Yeah.
Kind of looks like he's helping somebody reverse park. And then... I mean, I don't know if it's a Nazi salute. It's kind of maybe 15... Like, see, you're on a zebra crossing and you don't know if the car's
You've
going
got to really get the angle right.
But there's about 10 degrees between stopping traffic and invading Poland. So... I'm undecided.
What did you make of Baron Trump?
He's so long. He's like Gru. Have you watched Despicable Me? If you've got kids, you'll know what I'm on about. He's so like long and lanky.
Yeah.
Not disrespecting because I'm the same, but he's just there's a lot going on with his limbs.
Confident as well, wasn't he?
Yeah.
First day back in the White House and he's found Hunter Biden's coke stash. A bit much.
I keep forgetting what we can say on this show.
He's strange child.
And also there was that thing that Donald Trump has now had a Diet Coke button put back in the Oval Office.
He's not drinking Diet Coke. I've seen a lot of people drink Diet Coke, and he's not one of them. I think he thinks he's giving like Kate Moss.
Remember the Diet
He's
Coke?
not.
Who was the Diet Coke guy? Remember the
Too
advert?
young, sorry.
Yeah.
And he eats at McDonald's, innit, every day. Trump,
Yeah.
apparently. That is his diet.
He has McDonald's every day.
Apparently, I don't know. I've
I'll
never
see
actually
that.
socialised with the dude, but apparently it's quite hard to negotiate, like, potential world war with a guy who's eating a Big Mac.
Yeah.
In his defence, like, I think he would never have won if he never handled that gunshot. That was impressive, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Like
It was kind of hot.
That done it for him, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Americans, well, fucking love that, don't they? Like, I think somebody popping a balloon would have done Joe Biden.
Yeah.
Whereas, right through the ear. And he just...
Now, Adam said, is it OK that we need to fast-track cryogenic research so we can sleep until the 20th of January 2029? We've worked it out. There are 1,456 days until the next inauguration. So what we're going to do is we're going to count them down second by second. These is how many seconds we've got until the next inauguration. So we're going to count down to the countdown. Ready? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 125,804,998. 125,804,998. OK, you know how this works. Join in at home if you like. We'll have more Last Leg for you after the break as we ask if time's up for TikTok and we try on some disability-friendly fashion. We'll see you in a little bit.
125 minutes.
All right, I think you get the point. Welcome back to The Last Leg. We're joined by Kevin Bridges and GK Barry and the UK's shittest artist, Jamie. Official title. I mean, you know you're on. Oh. Right. Jamie...
It looked like he was smoking a split.
Jamie is working on a portrait of all three of us, but prior to tonight, he did a portrait for each of you guys.
I'm pissed off already.
Can you show us your painting of Kevin, please?
That's not bad. I think that looks like Gru.
Yeah. I need to beat him up for that.
I think we're about half on this guy's abilities. I think he's... I would buy that in Barcelona if somebody's painted that on the Ramblas or that. I'm in.
Can we see your portrait of Grace, please? There's something about his style of painting that actually I can see why people do like it. This is Grace.
Is he... Have you given me a BBL? You know what's funny? You know when you have insecurities and you're like, no one else sees that?
Yeah.
He's seen that. That's really good, yeah, thank you.
Now, look, if you've been following social media, you'll know that TikTok's had an up-and-down week. It was originally banned by the US government, but then Donald Trump gave it a reprieve. Although, according to Fox News, it was a slightly different app that was affected. Titcock. That was the longest laugh I've ever heard for...
That was longer than Alex gave the Greg Wallace joke.
TikTok released a statement thanking President Trump, which isn't a shock because their CEO was at his inauguration. One UK cabinet minister said there are no plans for the UK to ban TikTok and that cats and dancing videos don't seem like a security threat.
I don't know. I think the people... I think it's of a certain age. Because I'm not on it. I feel like I'm a little bit too old for it. But when you see people after a certain age, I think, doing the dances on TikTok, some of the geezers doing it, I just worry that they're on their phones because they're not allowed laptops.
I think a lot of the middle-aged guys that go on it, it's a kind of mission to get their kids off it.
Yeah.
Well, that's what happened with Facebook. As soon as the mums and dads joined, the kids fled.
We were all off it.
So if you're worried about your kids spending too much time on TikTok, join. But who's going to watch their dad lip-syncing to Billie Eilish or whatever? Maybe these guys are smarter than you.
Yeah. I mean, Grace, what do you make of the possibility that, like, it might be banned?
I mean, when America got banned, I was upset because one of my biggest audiences is the US, so I thought my bills aren't paid this month. So I was distraught. However, if it happened here, I'd be OK because I think I don't have to do anything, I can't be asked. And I'm happy with that. It's like a day off of work. But, Yeah, like the animal videos. What would I do without seeing like a cat high-fiving?
Yeah.
But also, I don't know if China really are... If they want our stuff, they're going to get it. They're not just going to get it from me listening to 50 hours of Adele. And I don't know if they'll be asked about what I'm watching on TikTok.
To put it into perspective, how many followers do you have on TikTok?
4 million. Come on.
Wow. Right. That's a lot.
Thank you, yeah.
That's a lot. And do you derive income from that?
Yeah, too right.
Right.
Yeah.
So if TikTok's shut down, that's an income stream for you.
Yeah, you'll see me on the street begging. I'll be like, do you remember me?
Yeah. TikTok.
Well, no, it's going to be gone.
No, TikTok.
Oh.
TikTok.
Yeah, I'm going to have to just invent another one. But no, yeah, my income would be shot.
And look, it's an interesting time for social media at the moment because Mark Zuckerberg announced that Meta is going to stop using fact checkers and that Facebook and Instagram are going to start posting more political content.
I worry about how these fact checkers, are they going to get new jobs now if they can't lie on their CVs?
Yeah.
So,
do they do that anyway? Because you see a lot of stuff on Facebook and you're like, that is gospel, and then you Google it and it's absolute bollocks.
Yeah, but unfortunately, 95% of people on Facebook don't Google it.
So true,
they don't check up on it.
True.
And look, Kevin...
I've always just assumed that everything on Facebook was bollocks.
I assumed it was true.
Well, Kevin, you needed fact checkers for some of your posts recently, right?
Actually...
I believed them.
I became a bit disillusioned by humanity. Have you got the picture that I posted?
OK.
So, some guy on like, X or whatever it's called was putting pictures up, like me, like artificial... That's AI. I thought as if I really had to... I thought people would just presume that is obviously an AI picture. No.
I saw that picture and I went, he's looking all right.
Aye. Well, I put it on Instagram and then I put, like, one of these kind of... Like, a piss take all these kind of self-help idiots. Like, my daily routine, like, 4-hour gym session, 4-hour ice bath, eating a strict diet of, like, tangerines and venison. I wrote... But thinking, surely people are going to know this is a wind-up. And then the comments were like, you spend 4 hours in an ice bath. I've got 2 businesses and 2 kids. Where do you find the time? As if that's it. Mate, is that the only thing stopping you, spending 4 hours in an ice bath? And I get tangerines, very high in sugar. And you're like, fuck, what the fuck is wrong with you? And then people start going, what about your man boobs, mate? Look at the size of your tits. And then I started getting offended. Right? I was saying to my wife, everybody's slagging my nipples, and she's going... They're not your nipples, remember, it's in the AI picture. So even I kind of gaslighted myself, so I eventually just deleted it, and then the guy was putting other pictures of like, me and Justin Bieber wearing Hibs, like Hibernian Football Club strips on a bender in Edinburgh. And then people were replying, I thought you were a Celtic fan, mate. And you're like, this is quite scary. How good AI has got and how gullible. I think it's just a perfect mix. They're kind of meeting each other.
Yeah, totally.
People's gullibility and AI's capability are kind of fusing, and it's quite terrifying.
I'm going to be honest, I'm with you, Grace, though. When I saw that picture come up on my Insta feed, I was like...
He's been on a journey. And I'm so happy for him, yeah.
Before you deleted it, you put on Instagram, just to know you've got a couple of hours to enjoy the comments on this.
I was spending way too much. My screen time was through the roof. And then...
All right, let's move on to some disability news now. Primark is releasing a line of women's and menswear designed for people with disabilities. This is kind of huge, and we've got some pieces here to try on tonight. So, Alex, you start. What have you got?
Yeah, my mum always told me I had special genes. But anyway, so what I've got... So I've got a gilet, which is obviously great for me because it doesn't have sleeves on it. Yeah. But it's got a magnetic zip. It just kind of pings on at the bottom.
Oh, that's clever.
I'm not demonstrating it very well. But yeah, it just had a magnetic zip. Okay. Oh, I love this. I think this is decent.
Can I show?
I'd wear this. You can zip me up.
What happens?
It is also.
What's going on here?
Why don't someone else zip it up?
Come on. Tell you what, that's a strong magnet.
Underneath. Goes underneath.
Hillsy's metal tooth is going to come into a...
I just got to do...
What's going on?
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, okay, I think I'd wear this to the football, but I think it's missing something.
Here we are.
So I just stick this on. There you go. Getting the badge in. There it is. I'd wear this. Look at that. I'll be fucking... Rocking this next season, Great Ormond Street away.
Josh, you're wearing yours, right?
I'm wearing mine, so this is for tube access if you've got tubes, but it's just quite...
When you said tube
No,
access, I thought, oh, it's my favourite character in Star Wars.
So...
Oh.
So you mean like if you've got medical tubes that are...
Do you know what? There's something for everyone in this show. You can enjoy whatever tube responds to that you want.
It's very raunchy, this.
So yours has got...
Yeah, this is the magnetic zip on it.
Magnetic zip. Yours has got access for, like, tubes if you've got anything you need. So they've also made, and then I love this, a trench coat for people in a wheelchair. Because if you've got a full-length trench coat, it's just going to hang down, it's going to get caught in the wheel. So I'm going to demonstrate this. I'll move out here. Basically, you want to still wear the trench coat, but you want to be in the wheelchair at the same time. So you just whack that on. There you go. Suddenly you've got a trench coat,
That's
fashionable, in the wheelchair. But here, they've also got access in case you need medical tubes. So you can unzip each arm all the way up like that. Which again, but I mean...
I tell you what, I didn't expect this bit to be as erotic as what it is.
I'm gonna say...
Not like traditionally a flasher's jacket. Supposed to be full length.
It's going to be quite difficult for two people to get into the cinema under that.
I was going to say, I'd wear this out and about.
You look like you're about to open it up and go, anybody want to buy any feet? I've got all sorts of sizes here.
We'll have more Last League for you after the break as we sample some horny honey and we'll unveil a mystery guest from the news of the week. We'll see you in a little bit. Welcome back to Last Leg. We're joined by Kevin Bridges and GK Barry. In international news this week, honey laced with potentially lethal doses of Viagra is being seized in record quantities across France, apparently. Customs officials on Monday warned they had noticed a huge surge in the illegal import of banned love honey, which is being sold online and in corner shops for recreational purposes. Wow.
I tell you what, that's an episode of Winnie the Pooh I'd like to see. First one where he was happy.
It's good it's in France, isn't it? Even their cocks are on strike. Actually, I read this article and it said one of the side effects is it may cause you to lose penis tissue. This is...
Oh.
I know, that's a side effect you're going to take serious, isn't it? Like, may cause drowsiness. Yeah. You don't want to be the guy on the front page of the Daily Star, like, honey, I shrunk my cock. I actually read the whole article. I know a lot about this particular honey. Just for research purposes.
I mean,
There was no interest in buying some, but it would be.
It was the phrase potentially lethal dose of Viagra.
How much do you need?
How much do you need?
I feel like it's quite funny imagining being like, let's go on a family holiday to France, like south of France, and you get there and everyone's got a rock on. I feel like maybe that could be quite good for tourism.
Like a fatal rock.
A fatal
Death.
rock.
Fatal, like...
Death by hard-on.
What a way to go.
What a way.
Yeah.
What a way to go, man.
If you've got...
Is that an erection or rigor mortis?
Imagine if you've got a cold and you've been taking it. I'll be honest with you, I don't think we need it round here with this guy. I need love. This is all the love honey we need.
Nature's Viagra, these shoulders.
Meanwhile, scientists in Japan have devised a robotic exoskeleton that moves a piano player's fingers at great speed to improve their dexterity. If those scientists get together with the manufacturers of the French honey, that's one heck of a weekend. And look, before we go to the break, we thought we'd do something a little different tonight. We're going to bring out a mystery guest from this week's news. So Kevin and Grace have to try and work out who this person is. Can we please have our mystery guest?
Imagine if that had been Donald Trump.
Imagine if that had been a bloke with a massive erection. Hello, everyone. Sorry.
Sorry. Right, so she has been in the news.
Yep.
BBC News, Daily Express, The Metro, The Guardian, The Independent, ITV, Gloucestershire Live, Bristol Live, Yahoo News.
Jesus.
Yeah.
And this is because an unusual item this week came into her possession. Mm-hmm. Can we have the options, please?
Oh. So, she is a cleaner in a hotel and has been sacked after stealing Jason Manford's nose hair trimmer. The headline was, "Hair today, gone tomorrow." The second option, she went to the co-op and bought a banana that was in the shape of Keir Starmer. The headline in every paper was, "It's Keir Banana." Or option 3, she found a really, really round egg. Headline, "No yolk."
Right.
Right.
Right. What are you thinking?
We need you to mull that over, have a think
know
about
if
what it is.
Jason would be a nose trimmer guy. He looks Turkish barber. He'll get the blood up. Starmer, banana.
I feel like I can't imagine Keir Starmer as a banana. And also I feel like it rhymes too well. So that's too obvious.
just done there for
Yeah.
phonetic.
That was a last minute thought there from
Egg.
the team. I think big round egg. I see you carrying an egg.
You think...
All right. We'll find out which story Alison
Oh
is
my
connected
God, it's
to
so
after the
tense.
break, and we'll have a musical tribute to the next 4 years of Donald Trump as president. See you in a little bit. Welcome back to Last Leg. We're joined by Kevin Bridges and GK Barry. Shout out to Alfie Hewitt, wheelchair tennis player who's in the final of the Australian Open tomorrow in the wheelchair singles after he and Gordon Reid won the wheelchair doubles today, as did Andy Lapthorne and his partner Sam Schroeder. So check it out. I think it's going to be probably tomorrow afternoon by the time he plays. Now, before the break, we challenged Grace and Kevin to work out how this person was connected to the news. Alison, can you please reveal the correct answer?
Oh.
What's in the box?
I found a round egg.
Who's proper round?
That is a round egg.
So, Alison works at a farm in Devon where this week she discovered a 1 in a billion spherical egg. How was the chicken afterwards?
Slow news.
Like, is that painful for a chicken? Is that weird for them?
I have no idea.
Fair.
No.
You don't know which
I
chicken it was?
don't know which chicken it was. No.
I heard she'd been asking for an epidural for hours. Alison, thank you so much for being here and congratulations.
Thank you.
Now, earlier in the show, we asked Jamie, who's become famous for his shit art, to draw the three... or shart, to draw an image of the three of us. Jamie, can you please come out and show us the artwork that you're drawing? So this is your image of Josh, Alex and I on set on The Last Leg.
Oh!
Oh, like it's real. Turn it around a little bit more. It's really good. I love that.
Oh, that's quite good, actually.
I mean, apart from having got no hands, obviously.
Yeah, it's all right.
It's just too, look, given Hilsey no hands.
I'll tell you what, I wish my right arm was that strong. Look at it. Look at the fist on it.
Don't worry, I've got you some honey. Jamie, thank you so much for being here. We love your art.
Cheers, mate. Thank you.
It's really good. All right, we're about to end the show with a musical tribute to Donald Trump, but before we do, would you please thank our guests, GK Barry and Kevin Bridges, and my co-hosts, Josh Whittaker and Alex Brooker. We'll be back next week with actor Brian Cox and comedian Michelle Wolf, but right now, we want to end the show with a musical tribute to the next 4 years of Donald Trump, and we're going to do it in a way he'd probably like. Hit it!
So you had to step down. I said, old man, pick yourself off the ground. I said, old man, so you're right back in town. And now we all feel unhappy. Baron with a shiny new suit.
We'll see you next week for the next leg. Good night.